Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is my review for Big Brother 16 episode. I believe this was episode 16. This episode was once again very, very good. I really enjoyed this episode. A lot of big moves are finally being made in this season, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it plays out tomorrow. Especially after this, it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. I'm very interested in seeing that. But let's just get to this episode, because overall, I thought it was a great episode. I really loved it. So let's just get to it. So Zach is purposely trying to aggravate people in the house. He is, even though he's not HOH, he still wants to aggravate people. He wants to do this because he wants to stir up drama in the house, which I like that he's doing this. I like that he's trying to cause trouble, because that's when the show is most entertaining to watch, is when there's trouble being stirred up, when someone's causing trouble. And Zach is actually a very good player because of that. He likes to stir up trouble. And in a Big Brother house, that is a good thing when you like to stir up trouble. As long as you don't stir up trouble like Amanda. That's different. But if you stir up trouble like this, then I got no problem with that. He is going really overboard, though. He goes in front of them, starts eating beef jerky and candy. And because, Christine and Nicole there have not. I will say he went a little overboard with that. But Christine can't believe she is still in an alliance with Zach because he is a lunatic. And that was all Zach was doing was basically just, he wasn't, physically torturing them. He was just eating food in front of them. And he was kind of just doing it, I guess, to stir up trouble, I guess, because he likes to do that. But Christine, honestly, I just don't like her anymore. I don't care. I don't feel bad for Christine. I really don't. She, is in an alliance, and you gotta take one for the team. I've said this before. You gotta take one for the team, and I have no sympathy for her, really. So Frankie is thinking if Zach continues to piss people off, he may just get himself put on the block. Now, I actually thought that'd be a great move if that happened. If he put Zach on the block, that'd actually be a very good move that Frankie would do, because everyone hates Zach right now. Everyone dislikes Zach. They don't like where Zach is going. They don't think he's a nice guy and whatever. So if Zach was put up on the block, it could actually, be a really big move. So basically, he may just, basically Frankie also has this other mission to get two people mad at each other, and the only chance at the veto meeting. So he kind of, tries to get Zach and Amber to possibly fight at the veto meeting. He has that other mission. So he tells him he should come up with another speech, to say to Amber, basically. And in the meantime, speaking of Amber and Caleb, we'll get to them in a second, but then we get probably the saddest scene of the episode. This was actually sadder, I'd say, than when Frankie's grandfather died. Derrick is called in the diary room, reads a letter, and his grandfather also passed away. First of all, what the fuck is going on? This was some sort of weird coincidence that Frankie's grandfather died, now Derrick's grandfather died. That's just really weird, especially because Derrick gave up the HOH for Frankie because Frankie's grandfather died. I just find that extremely weird. But, basically what ends up happening is we find out his grandfather died. It's really sad to see because, getting news of someone passing, it's never easy, but the worst part, the one place that you don't want to get is inside the Big Brother house. It's really hard, and the worst part is not being there for the funeral. And his family tells him they want him to stay in the house, keep fighting to win the game for him and his family. And just, you gotta feel bad for Derrick. You really gotta feel bad for him, because no one should have to go through that when you're in the Big Brother house. It's just really, really sad, honestly. I think it's really sad. On happier news, though, Nicole stripped off her, what was it called? The Germitard. She stripped off the Germitard, so she stripped that off, and she did a cute strip show for Hayden. I thought that was funny to watch, definitely. I thought that was definitely funny, and I overall enjoyed that. But yeah. So Caleb, in the meantime, is mystified because Amber's ignoring him after their date, and nobody knows where Amber's head is at in the game. Caleb swears he won't waste his time talking to her about it, and Caleb is no longer the romantic guy in the house, and he claims he is a beast mode cowboy, and that's what he calls himself. Now, honestly, I gotta give applause to Caleb in this episode. Caleb really turned things around in this episode. What he did in this episode was he made things, more interesting. What he did was he told Amber, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And I'm actually happy that he did this, because yes, I understand that she wasn't interested with him on the date, obviously. However, at the same time, she did come across as very rude, made him realize, hey, she's not into me, I'm gonna stop. So, she is tired of him ignoring her, she's tired of, her ignoring him. He's tired of going after her. He's done. And I really gotta say, that's a great thing, because, it's a really great thing, because, Amber was actually being very rude to him in this episode. I did not like Amber in this episode. I thought Amber was being very, very rude, Here's the thing. She did some very bad things. I'll get to that when we get to, something that happened at the end of the episode. But Amber, I do not like her anymore. She's being very, very rude, and I don't like her anymore. So then, cute scene, Zach and Frankie are in bed together. Zach is giving Frankie a massage, and Zach says that it's a shame that he's not gay. Now, Frankie, on the other hand, thinks Zach is gay, and he's not just saying it yet. But I'm sure you can tell Zach is not gay. Zach is obviously not gay. They just have a very, they just have a very close friendship / relationship. They just have a very good friendship, and that's fine. I mean, bros can have a friendship and everything, and the thing is that, it's just sweet. I like their friendship, definitely. I do like their friendship, and I hope we continue to see it, because Zanky is a very cute friendship. I mean, definitely very cute. I don't really like Frankie, but it's a cute friendship. I like Frankie more now, but, yeah. So then it's time to pick players for the veto competition, and the primary goal this week, of course, is to backdoor Amber. So he doesn't want Caleb or Amber to participate because, if Amber, say, she gets POV, he's gonna put Caleb on the block. He doesn't want to do that, though, because Caleb's actually being, a good guy now. So the players chosen are Donnie, Hayden, Victoria, Jocasta, and Christine. Christine, what she wants to do is Christine really wants to win the veto because she, again, of course, is really upset that she, Zach allegedly told her, allegedly forced her to put herself up on the block, and, he didn't force her, he just asked her to, he suggested that she should, to take one for the team, and she didn't, and so she's coming after them. She's keeping the nominations the same because she's not going to do what the detonators want. So, Christine apparently is no longer in the detonators alliance. She is now with Nicole and Hayden. Hey, at least she finally picked a side. That's what I care about, is that she finally picked a side, and that's what matters to me, because I really wanted her to pick a side. She really needed to, and I'm glad that she finally decided to pick a side, because she had to pick a side eventually. And as I said, I didn't want her to play like Andy. This is why I didn't like Andy last year. Because he went from Amanda McRae to, say, Alyssa and Helen to Aaron last year. That's what he did last year. He was like the ultimate flip-flopper. Like, he flip-flopped the entire house. And it wasn't smart gameplay. Christine, though, I'm glad she did pick a side. In Big Brother, you need to pick a side, because if you don't just pick a side, you're not a loyal player to anyone. And part of Big Brother is loyalty. Yes, you can do genius moves later in the game, but mostly the game needs to be consistent. Part of that consistency comes with loyalty. So, I'm glad Christine finally decided to pick a side. I thought that was a good thing that she did. So yeah, I enjoyed that. So Amber then walks in the kitchen, and she tells Frankie she really wants the nominations to stay the same, since there really is nobody else to put up. And of course, she's pretty clueless that she, of course, is not going up. Frankie's obviously not going to tell her that she's going up. And, basically, Caleb can't even look at Amber anymore. He's just so upset that she's ignoring him. And Frankie tells him just to stay away from her and just concentrate on his game. And I thought that was actually very good advice that Frankie said, because throughout this whole, season, I've basically been saying Caleb needs to not focus on the girl, focus on the game. And this is when Caleb realizes, hey, what am I doing? I shouldn't be focusing on the girl. I should be focusing on the game. And I thought this was very good. It's gotten me to like Caleb more. I like him more, definitely. Amber, if Amber's gonna ignore him, then fuck her, really. Just ignore her. Who cares about her? And, just toss her aside. And, just toss all of that aside. Stop thinking about Amber. Toss all that aside and focus on your game, because that's what matters. What matters is not if you're going to leave a showmance from this. What matters is if you're going to win this game. That's what matters. So I thought that was definitely very, very good advice that Frankie gave him, because really that's what you need to do in the game. So then it's time for the veto competition, and this is probably the funniest veto competition so far. Basically, the players had to, and I'm not kidding about this, they had to ride the horse back and forth 60 times to get 30 seconds of time. And Hayden said, like, the most raunchy thing to Nicole. He's like, Nicole, you doing something later? Because he was, like, humping the horse. I thought that was really funny, honestly, when he said that. And basically, they jump off of the horse. They have 30 seconds of time. They jump off. They stack gold bars. But the trick here is to not let the clock run out. By the way, Amber was the host. So Donnie has a hard time and just hopes that somebody wins the game, so it will end. And Frankie's doing really good and is in the lead. Jocasta runs out of time, but she can take, she does take slop for the week, so she can get back on. That's the thing here. If you get slop if you decide to take slop for the week, you can get back on. Frankie drops all his bars. Christine is very, very close, but ultimately Hayden did end up winning, which I thought was definitely a good thing because Hayden's a really good guy, and he's probably, out of all of them, in my opinion, was the one I wanted to win the most because everyone really likes Hayden. He has a really good bond with everyone, pretty much, and in my personal opinion, I think Hayden was the perfect person to win it because everyone really has a really strong bond with Hayden. Hayden is in an alliance with a lot, Hayden, everyone really likes Hayden. He's not really a target. He doesn't really have a set target. He will do what he thinks is right, and I like that about Hayden. I do like that he's aligning with the detonators, but ultimately his alliance is with his girlfriend, obviously, because Nicole's his girlfriend. He's going to align with her, obviously, and that's what he should do, because Nicole and him, they're good together. They're a good alliance, in my opinion. So he decides to use a veto on Victoria, and the plan is still to get rid of Amber. And Hayden thinks this is a good thing, because, Frankie tells him what's going on, and, Hayden's basically like, hey, you want to use veto on Amber? Fine, as long as it keeps me safe, and because he doesn't have a close relationship with Amber, fine. And I'm like, and I agree with him, definitely. I mean, if I was Hayden, and I was told to put up a, somebody to, evict, I would have probably done the same thing, because it's just like, it's pretty much like, hey, you want to put up Amber, then be my guest, put her up, because that's what matters. Definitely that, he is going to use that veto. He's going to use the veto on Victoria and get rid of Amber, because he doesn't have a close relationship with her. So Amber goes into the HOH room, and I really like the way they did this, he goes in the HOH room, pretty, upset about this. You can see the tension, a lot of tension between Caleb and Amber there. And when Caleb's there, he walks out because, he's not speaking to her right now. And Cody and Zach ask what's going on. And she says that Caleb is blowing everything out of proportion. Zach runs right to Caleb and tells him to stir the pot. And Caleb's pissed off and thinks it's time to put Amber in line. And Zach is happy about the trouble that he is causing, which is what he wanted to do. And Caleb then goes to see Frankie and tells him that they should put Amber on the block just to teach her a lesson, basically. But not send her home. Now, little does Caleb know that the plan is to get rid of Amber. Now, here's my thing with Caleb. This is where I'm confused. So, you're sick of Amber, you don't want anything to do with her, why the fuck don't you want to send her home? I mean, I get it that you still have feelings for her, that's fine. But why can't you just send her home? Seriously, send her home. You got problems with her, send her the fuck home, and you will never have to hear from her again. That's what I say to that. Send her home, and you'll never have to hear from her again. Just send her home. Because it's not jury or anything, so you'll never see her again till finale night. So honestly, that's a good thing, and I was just, I'm just like, send her home. Seriously, dude, if you just want to, if you want to, send somebody, if you really don't like Amber right now, send her home. That's what you should do. But of course, Caleb knows that the plan is to get rid of Amber. Now, Frankie just doesn't know who's more clueless, Caleb or Amber. I thought that was kind of funny. But, basically, then what happens is that Derrick, Donnie, and Frankie, they still have that mission for the veto, of course. And that mission, not the mission to basically get someone from Team America, to get someone to fight at the veto competition. The plan is for Zach to blow up at Amber and see how she responds. And that's basically what they're going to do. They're going to see if it works, and that's what they want to do. So then it's time for the veto meeting, and Hayden gives both nominees a chance to save themselves, and they both do that. And he, of course, used the veto on Victoria, which we already knew about. And Frankie, then puts up Amber as a replacement, and Zach gets up and basically lectures Amber, puts her in her place. And I really like this because Amber definitely needs to be put in her place in this episode. I mean, he tells her, and I really like this, he tells her she's sitting right where she belongs. Caleb tried to save her several times, even ate a pickle for her, and he almost threw up. We find out, that pickle that he ate for her, he hates pickles. He almost threw up in the entire kitchen from eating that pickle so he could go on a date with her. I mean, that is just that is dedication right there. I mean, seriously, that is dedication. He really cared about her that much, and that's, especially eating a food that almost made him throw up, that is real dedication. Seriously, you gotta give dedication to Caleb for that. Basically, Zach puts her in her place, and basically it really pissed him off the way she has treated Caleb. And, so it really pissed him off the way she did that. But Amber does not respond. And it's just Amber, come on, I want to see a good fight. And so, Team America, they failed their mission, and they have a new mission now. Their new mission, which I think is very interesting. I'm really interested in seeing how this is going to go, and see which one we pick, because I personally don't pick, for Team America, because I just want to see what America wants. I don't vote, because I don't care which one. Both of these sound very interesting to me, so this is going to be very hard to see. Basically, here's the next submission that we can pick for them. Team America, they either vote against, and I typed it down right here, so I remember what it is. They can either vote against the majority of the House, and then publicly accuse 2 people during the eviction fallout, or get 2 members of Team America to win HOH by winning it and convincing others to throw it. Now, the first one I don't like, because it reminds me of when Alyssa was sent home last week. Last year. Last year on Big Brother 15. It really reminds me of that, and that was one of the stupidest evictions of all time, in my opinion. So I don't really like that one. The second one's very interesting, though. They get 2 members to win HOH. They convince others to throw it. I think that is definitely very interesting. But I think definitely it would be more interesting to see the first one, but the second one would be interesting too. I like both options here. I don't know which one I pick. But Team America, yeah, their first mission that they failed, and I predicted that they would not succeed this mission because, Amber's not really one to start fights. Amber's not really one to fight. That's the thing about Amber. She's kind of pussy when it comes to fighting. She is not someone that stands up for herself. She basically says that she's not going to, she's not going to respond because she knows that, Zach just wants to get a rise out of her, which he does. He just wants her. He wasn't trying to get a rise out of her. What he was trying to do was put her in her place because she was being a bitch. That's what he was trying to do. And basically, so that didn't work out. So basically, Amber and Victoria, one of them, Amber and oh my god, I'm screwing shit up today. Sorry, guys. Amber and Jocasta will be leaving this week. One of them will be leaving, and honestly, Amber, just leave already, because Amber is stirring up a lot of trouble for Caleb, and if Amber leaves, Caleb can focus more on his game. I don't know if Caleb would actually vote her out. I'm thinking he might not, but I do think Amber's going home next week. A lot of people, tomorrow. What is wrong with me today? Amber is going home tomorrow, and honestly, I'd like to see her go home, because just send her packing, because she's causing a lot of trouble for Caleb. If she is sent home, then Caleb can focus more on the game, and he won't have to worry about, getting Amber to like him anymore, because he's done with that. Him being done with that is basically a sign that she is probably leaving, because he's kind of wrapping that whole thing up with her. So I'm really looking forward to the next episode. I really enjoyed this episode. A lot of good things to talk about in this episode. First of all, my deepest condolences to Derrick's family. I really just want to say deepest condolences to them. Very, very sad that what ended up happening to them, that they had to lose, that Derrick had to lose his grandfather. Very sad that happened. As far as Zach and Frankie, that was definitely funny to watch. I think that was definitely funny. Do you guys think Zach went too far in this episode? I did think the eating was a little, eating in front of Christine and Nicole, I did think that was a little bit too far. Are you happy that Christine finally picked a side? I'm definitely happy about that. Hallelujah, she definitely picked a side because she needed to. Are you, what do you guys think of the whole of, Zach, what do you think of, Zach calling Amber out? Do you think that was the right thing to do? I definitely think he put her in her place, and, she needed a reality check, really, she did. Which option are you going to pick for Team America? Personally, I don't know which one I'm going to pick. We'll have to see which one I pick. I don't know yet. And I think that's basically who's going to win HOH, tomorrow night. We'll have to see who's going to win HOH. But, I really don't know what else is going to happen. I think that's pretty much all I need to say. but that's it for my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be my review for tonight's episode of The Bridge, which I'm going to watch in a few minutes, because, oh wait, it's not almost 10 o'clock. I'm really screwing shit up today. I don't know why, guys. I'm sorry. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.